What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how the Flash movie, which adapts Flashpoint very loosely, can become comic accurate. Now, in the last two videos, I talked about how the Arrow versus Flashpoint can be more comic accurate. I talked specifically about the Flash and Arrow, and I considered doing Legends, but with the context of the Arrowverse and what they gave us with Legends, I don't exactly know how I would do it, and I still might do it, but I think I'm going to hold off. But today, I'm going to talk about the Flash movie and how that could have a more comic accurate adaptation of Flashpoint. Now, the movie would start pretty much the same way, with the Justice League fighting against some villain, and yeah. But when it starts to differ is that in the movie, Barry would wake up in this alternate timeline after he runs back in time. There's a flash of light, and Barry wakes up in this alternate timeline where his mom's alive but not his dad. And in the movie, which the DCEU has access to all the characters, we will be doing the Thomas Wayne Batman, the Amazon and Atlantis War. All that is on the table here. So what ends up happening is in Batman v Superman, Thomas Wayne was portrayed by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He will be played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan in this movie too, as Batman. Batman has to help Barry recreate the accident and help him stop Eobard Thawne, who I'm going to have be played by Bryan Cranston, because I think he would do a good job in the role. I think he's got the craziness aspect down, because Thawne is a very crazy guy. So I think that he would work as Eobard Thawne. And so we're going to keep him in the story, and he's going to be played by Bryan Cranston. So Barry has to fight Thawne. He gets help from Thomas Wayne Batman. And while this is happening, the Atlanteans and the Amazonians are at war with each other. And Superman, Kal-El, didn't land in Kansas. He didn't land in Smallville. He landed in Metropolis and was experimented on by the government, kept someplace where he didn't have his Red Sun abilities. And I think the way you could do this is just have Henry Cavill either get CGI'd to make him look skinny, or have Henry Cavill actually lose weight, lose his muscle, and be able to be skinny and not a beefcake. So we could do that. Another thing that I would change is that to replace Superman as being the world's greatest hero, we instead have Cyborg, as is in the comics. Cyborg is this hero that everyone looks up to, everyone loves him. He's probably the greatest hero ever. And yeah, he's good. So Superman ends up getting killed. Superman ends up escaping his prison place and ends up helping the heroes fight against the Amazonians and the Atlanteans. He ends up getting killed in that fight. Barry and Thawne have to fight each other, and Barry goes back in time because Barry remembers that he went back in time and saved his mom, because Thawne tells him that. He goes back in time, stops himself from saving his mom, comes back to the present, but everything's like different. And the movie ends with a scene of Barry talking to Bruce, who's back to being alive. He talks to Bruce and he says that Thomas told him that he loves him and that he was happy to make the sacrifice so that his son can live. And that'll end the movie. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Peace.